Hi, I'm Paul Jackson. Welcome to the studio. In this video, we're going to create a still life full of color and light, and I'm going to show you how we recreate that in watercolor. All right at this top little junction, I'm going to create a little rainbow of color like I see in the reference. I'm going to take a little bit of that marigold yellow, pure color that I can get, push some of this green out of the way, and then take this tiniest little spot of fireball red. See if I can work some of that in there too. Yeah, wrong color. Fireball red. And then a little bit of blue. And all of a sudden you see this little spectrum that flows through your giant overall wash. See how those colors sit nicely next to each other? You see the yellow, you see the red, you see the blue. You also see the green and the violet around it. And none of it's running together. So what I'm going to want to do is I want to wash these bright highlight areas in just a little bit. They're still going to look like a white tabletop, but I'm going to give them just a little bit of a blue-green tone. I'm also going to work some of these little orange stripes through there to make this very logical now. This is called a unifying wash, where we're tying all of these shapes together. It's actually not near as scary as it looks. As long as you make certain that everything here is completely dry, going over it all with clear water and a big brush isn't going to lift the color or move anything around at all. You can even wash over your highlights like this. And yes, watercolor is water soluble, but you really have to scrub this paint in order for it to move anywhere. While this is still wet down here, I'm going to take my biggest brush and I'm going to mix some phthalo blue, green shade, a little bit of this murky purple here, and some of this yellow. I'm going to have sort of a greenish gray. I'm going to put a lot of water in it. Really want this liquid. Don't want a whole lot of tone there, just a little bit like you can see on the tabletop here. That's just about the consistency I'm looking for. And I'm going to wash it through my signature and all these white areas simultaneously. Now I want to avoid these little orange highlight dots, but the rest of these I'm getting kind of stripes through them. I'm going to rinse my brush out. Actually, let's swap to a little bit smaller brush here. Let's pick up some of that orange that we used in this original pass, which is your Indian yellow. Get a brush full of it, but not so much liquid, not so you can shake it out. And you can just drag it along the same lines as your yellow stripes that pass through here. And they will logically pass right through the highlight spot as well. It's a wonderful little game for reflection to have these lights pass through one shape and then into the next. This is where you want to focus a little bit and spend your time, because this is where your viewer is going to focus. Everything about this painting draws right into this area. All of the composition lines, all of the colors, all of the value build up and lead you right here. No pressure.